Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jerome, and this is, you know already, Young and Uprising.
Yes, my lion. Young and uprising. Come and say, take it to the world, take it to the world. Take the gospel to the world. Young and uprising. Come and say, take it to the world, take it to the world. Take the gospel to the world. Yes, my lion. Young and uprising.
Hey, now listen. I know it's been a while since I posted any content here on this channel, you know. And it sounds like as if I've always been saying that I've been busy. It feels like as if I've been starting my videos like this quite often lately. But listen, I'm not gonna lie. I have been through some tough I have been going through a little things, you know. It's situations that can really break you down. And, at times you may feel a little discouraged. And you find excuses for you not to do the things that you need to do. Then what happens? Work gets pushed back. And that's exactly what happened to me. I went through a situation which caused me to waste a lot of time and procrastinate on a lot of projects that needed to be completed. Then now during this process, I end up dropping down with the flu for about a whole week. No, just as the flu left me, I would say maybe a day or two later, we had an activity by the river, and we had a night activity by the river where we cook a little jot by the river. And a little rain wet me and I end up catching a draft. I caught a draft by the river, which put me down again. Would you believe it? Then now, just about a week later, just after the draft was, all the residue of the draft was just leaving me and dwindling away. Friday afternoon, my wife came home with this COVID shit. She came home not feeling well and she assumed it was COVID. And myself, I don't worry about that. And and that was a night to twinkle and to dingle. So myself, I don't worry about that. I don't worry about COVID. I still kiss up and I dance up and I do everything and dingle chingle. You understand? Boy, then by Sunday afternoon, I started to feel a little funny. And my wife was, getting a little bit worse. And Monday morning, she decided to go and do a test. Myself, test and thing. And that, no way, choking nothing up my nose. But she want to find out her story. They don't want to find out her story. Obviously, if she have it on Sunday afternoon, I start to feel funny. Then obviously, I have to think, you have to put one and one together, you check. So she went and do her test and she came back positive. Boy, this COVID thing hit me hard. I think I was down for about 3 weeks, man. Couldn't taste, couldn't smell, with a lot of body pain, man. And this thing left me with a cough. Even changed the tone of my voice. And over 2 months now, and I have this rough cough that doesn't want to go. I've tried all kind of different remedies. Some years ago, I got a flu just after Hurricane Maria. A few weeks after Hurricane Maria, I was in a lot of assessments. And then there come this time when I had to do assessments in Roseau. And the mountains of mud and dust that was there, inhaling all that dust there, not having proper protective gears, it put me down. And after I got that flu, which lasted for about 2 weeks, it left me with this cough. And this cough lasted for about a whole year, or more. I can't remember how I got rid of it. So I'll have to figure out the way that I got rid of that cough, trying to remember it, and try and get rid of this one that I have here right now. It's a strange thing. But I had no worries really, because I knew that my immune system could handle it. The only thing is that because of the situation, it gave me for a lot of pain. And I got the impact a little bit hard. But it's one thing that I learned from this whole situation is that stress weakens your immune system. Yeah. If it's one time that you don't want to end up catching a flu or catching any running disease or anything is at a point in your time where you might be under a little stress, under a little discouragement. Stress weakens your immune system. So, it's not always about the foods that you eat or all the rich vitamins that you take. sometimes it have a lot to do with your mind, man. You know, it have a lot to do with what goes on in your mind, you know, and the way your body functions in relation to what it is that's going on in your mind. The body is a funny thing, man, because it's not like I don't know how to, you know, keep up to date, you know, a healthy immune system, you know. That's what I'm about, you know. I'm about trying to keep my body as healthy as I can, you know. Also, although lately I've been eating a lot of junk, man. You know, sometimes you want to maintain a certain lifestyle, but then at times you lose yourself. You lose yourself in the moment, and you never know, you get chastised for it, because once you lose yourself and you start to forget certain things, you know, and then you begin to consume certain things that you should not consume. There's always repercussions to it, because there are certain things that you're going to consume and it's going to work with your system, and there are certain things that you're going to consume and it's going to conflict with your system. You know, and you know, sometimes you go in different phases in life. You know, 1 minute you're up and the next minute you're down. That's life. But what keeps you going? what allows you to get up to go to work in the morning? This COVID thing, they leave me with a cough that really doesn't want to go away. But listen to what I want to share with you guys today. You know, one thing that I was reminded of during this whole experience is that you should never be afraid to fail at something, and you should never be afraid to lose. Because in this life, you will lose some and you will win some. But the good thing is that in life is that when you lose something or when you fail at something, you know, you learn something. And if you're smart, then you look at ways to improve so that you don't fail or lose in the same area all over again. So that's improvement. The sad thing is that when you're down, you lose opportunities or you miss opportunities. You know, you don't only miss opportunities, but then you get laid back on time. You get laid back on projects. A lot of your projects get delayed. You lose money. Sometimes you get angry clients, and depending on the situations, sometimes you will lose clients. But it is what it is. But you know what's most important in situations like this? Yes, it is a fact that you lost time, you know, you may have lost opportunities, you know, your projects get delayed, you lose money, you know, and the list goes on and on. But you know, one thing that you should try to maintain is that you don't lose your skills. So in spite of what you lost, you know, as long as your skills are valuable skills, other opportunities must come. Your skills should be your most valuable asset. So accept your loss and move on, you know, because there's always greatness ahead. Greater opportunities always lie ahead. I was on a project back last year and I lost that project in December. You lose some, and then other opportunities open up themselves and present themselves to you. And sometimes you get so many opportunities that you don't even know how to choose. You know, so just look ahead. As long as you maintain your drive to make it to the highest level that you can go. So anyway, just to let you guys know, you know, I still around. I know some of y'all you think that, you know, I probably give up on the vibes. You know, some of all of you checking, I saying I probably a waste of time. Some of all of you may be saying I quit. You know, some of all of you may be saying, you know, maybe there's vacationing. You know, but who know? You know, who know? But as you can see, I have not. You know, yeah, I have not. You know, I'm not a person that has quit. I'm not a quitter, man. Yeah, you know, success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You know, it's when things go wrong that you must not quit. Yeah, you know, that's a poem that stick in my head, you know, and I try to apply it in different areas of life. So I'm not a quitter, man. And if I stopping at something, I won't just disappear. I'll say, well, you know, that is it for me, you know. I finished that YouTube thing. But I dare still, man, I can't believe I put so much effort into that. You know? Something have to happen before I just quit on it. You know. But, you know, as I have always been saying, I have been busy. You know, and I have been, you know, trying to do things a little bit different, and you know, I've been making a few changes. You know, as you can see, I have a new background. Don't come out too bad, you know. You know, I just organize a working space so that I can accommodate at least 2 additional people to help me out, because after all that lost time, you know, during that process, just 2 days before my wife came home with this thing. He checked, you know, I got a contract to start a new project, you know, and I had to start that project on the Monday that I went and do the test. Well, when my wife went and do the test, not me, but you know, when my wife went and do the test for that COVID thing, I had to start that new project on the Monday, you know. So you never know, the devil knew that I had to start this project. You never know, I can't blame it on the devil still. But you know, everything happens for a reason, man. You know, maybe I needed some rest before I started that project, you know, and it all just folded up itself in such a mystical way, because here it is, I got this contract. 2 days later, you know, my wife comes home sick, I get sick, and then I don't decline the contract, you know, but I was actually able to get a whole month of rest before, and then start that project, you know. So you know, so everything happens for a reason, man. You know, everything happens for a reason, man. So now, seeing that I was down for the whole COVID situation a whole month, you know, still plus I would say maybe another 3 weeks before that, I was stressed out, procrastinated. I got the flu, then I got the draft, you know, and I wasn't getting no projects, no work done. And then I get this COVID thing during the whole COVID process, no work was done. And you know, even during that time, I was getting a few calls from different clients. I was letting them know that I was sick, you know, and 1 or 2 of them, you know, was giving me projects. You know, I was telling them maybe when I get back on my feet and I start to work again, I could take on those projects. So here it is now, after I jump back on my foot now and it's time for me to work, I have this long list of projects, and here it is, I also have 3 individual contracts with 3 other companies, which includes the one that I signed for that new project, you know. So there is no way I'm going to be able to get those projects done. So I had to find some way to see how I could hire some individuals to help me to get those projects done. And if it's a long list of projects, then that means then there is sufficient income to be able to pay those people to help me. So you know, so I hired 1 individual, and then later I hired another individual. You know, the first individual was just on my original setup and just yeah. Time to change this thing around, man. Just before I hired the other individual, I built this setup, which I'll show you guys. You can bank on it. You can put 100 grand on it. Tell who, huh? You get in there?
had trust in them, no they die. Loving girls in my father in the skies. Have to cherish the family to the skies. There's only me to the money, make it rise. Jaja guide my every step as I walk through the darkness. Put them in their places. I go pack them. Stop.
Sorry. Recording has not been so easy. But you know, we're coming on. Organizing a better office space, you know. Yeah. So you see the place is still a mess, but while I'm cleaning, you know, I just clean the worktop. And you know, while I'm cleaning, you know, I'm putting things in place. Place is a mess. So I have been trying to develop a structure in the way that I go about doing certain things, business-wise, and so on, trying to make it a little bit more a little bit more professional. You know, it's just to be a little bit more organized so I can get the sufficient things that I need to get done. So there's a lot of changes taking place. Some rapid changes. Yeah. You see, so it's tough. You know, seeing that I have private projects coming in on a regular basis, and I definitely going to have the time to work on all those projects, I definitely need people to work for me. You know, and it's good to help people. And you know, and I always look for other opportunities where I can help. Once I have extra, I try to help in other areas that I can. You know, but it really occupies a lot of my time because one of those contracts that I signed basically wants my time basically from 8 to 5. But they are offering me some slack because of another contract that I need at least 2 days in a week to cover the work that this company needs me to get done. And so, you know, anyway, it's a long story. I won't get into so much of the details. Now, in light of the YouTube videos and hearing all the responsibilities that I have now, and just listening, if you are a content creator, if you are if you are an individual that make YouTube videos, then you know how much time that it takes for you to be able to prepare a YouTube video, and you have to edit it and then to post it. That can take up a lot of time. I mean, some videos can take up sometimes a whole day to edit, 8 to 12 hours, sometimes 24 hours, sometimes 2-3 days, and you're still editing one video. So it depends on the nature of the editing done and the nature of the video. But this video, it won't take much editing because, you know, I'm just talking to you, minor editing. But even in spite of the minor editing, it does take up a significant amount of your time. And lately, that significant time have been needed by me, you know. So I am going to try to see if I can post a video on a little bit more regular basis, but I can't guarantee it. But I do give up, yeah, people. Eventually, my workload, I know, is going to slow down. Eventually, I know. And the posting of the videos more than likely will increase, and we'll start back a little bit more regular. For now, I'm going to try once a month because it is challenging. Trust me, it is definitely challenging to sit here and to make a video, because even during the making of the video process, sometimes, you know, you might have to pause your camera, you might have to repeat certain phrases that you think that you didn't see right, you know. So all those things take up time, sometimes just by recording a video, sometimes by sometimes recording a 10-minute video to post for you guys takes up an hour of recording time, you know. I would have to edit about 60 minutes of video to give you all 10 minutes of video. Sometimes, you never know, but it depends. So trust me, man, I have a lot of things doing. It's just up and down, and so trust me, when you see me rolling 80 on the highway, you know, I'm trying to cut through corners and trying to get to my destination on time, you know, to catch that extra 5 minutes. It's because I got things to do. You know, every second counts for me right now, you know, so I don't have much time to waste. You know, I got a lot of work to get done. I got a lot of things to do. You know, things to do, work to get done. Anyways, this has been Young Uprising. My name is Lawrence Jerome. And now listen, if this is your first time on this channel, I just want to say, feel free to subscribe if you like the vibes. If you like my vibes, if you like the things that I discuss here. If you have been following this channel for some time, because I know there are a few of you who have been following this channel for some time, you enjoy the vibes, but you refuse to subscribe. Nothing costs you nothing to subscribe, All the subscribe does is that it helps you to receive notifications from YouTube when I post a video, especially if you click the notification bell. So feel free to click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post a video right here on this channel. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright? Bless up. Peace out.
Yes, my lion. Young and uprising. Come me say take it to the world, take it to the world. Take the gospel to the world. Young and uprising. Come me say take it to the world, take it to the world. Take the gospel to the world. Yes, my lion. Young and uprising.
Give your best indeed, show your best indeed. Yeah.